Hello everybody, welcome back to the Stillwater clay project. In this case, part 2 of the coil bowl or coil pots. And in this case, each of the kids get one of those bowls. I would suggest you choose either making bowls for the whole class or making the coil pots, which I showed in part 1. Either or, because explaining the kids both ways at the same time is likely to bring a bit of chaos into the classroom. So either the bowls, I'll put this away, that was part 1, the pots or the bowls. For the bowls, I prepared some coils again. I will show you one more time how to prepare the coils, and kids just can roll as much as they want. This is a hard one, and you just start rolling to both sides. If possible, don't use any water, as I said before in part 1, because this will make a huge mess and it makes it harder to roll, really. So I'm going to go with a bit thinner coil in this case. Should be somewhat equal, it doesn't have to be perfectly equal. This is a long one, let's cut it off, don't need that much. So, and what we can start out with is adding the bottom. Let's finish this coil first. So, I already prepared a bottom for the bowl. You can either use a piece of slab and put it here in the bottom, push it inside, on the inside in this case, and then you have a bottom. Or if the kids don't really like this version, and in this version when they press it in, take it out one more time and add the name of the kid on the bottom of the bowl, please. They can either use this one as bottom of the bowl, or they can use their coils and then roll them up. Little snails, prepare quite a few of snails. They don't have to be, in this case, you don't have to score them, which is a good thing. Let's make 2 out of this one. I'm just preparing some nice snails. And if the kids want to have a bottom snail, just choose one of those snails, smooth them out on one side. Smooth everything together. Squish it together. Add the name on the bottom. And then use this little coil as a bottom in here. Now you already have a little bottom. You could make it bigger to fit the whole bottom. So what we're going to do, we're going to prepare quite a few of these coils, and when the kids are ready, scoring again, score one side, and score the other side. Here, I'll take it out so you can see it easier. Connect those, push them together, and they can put it in. And so we already have part 1 of our clay bowl. I will add or I will prepare a few more of those snails and then show you the rest of the bowl. So I prepared quite a few of those coils, and now I'm just going to attach them. You don't have to score all sides in this case, but at least a few to attach them to the bottom round. Always helps to add some more connecting layers there. And I added it in here and just push it together. And the next one, and continue adding as many coils as they feel like it. Push them together a little bit. Connecting the side here where I ended the coil, connecting it a little bit to the side, to the next one on the side. Just a few points at least. Push it in. Push it all the way together into that bowl. Remember, we did not score in between those pieces of snails. I'm just pushing them. If the kids want to add some little balls in between, they could also do that. It does not have to be a coil, but I like the V look of the coils. So I'm just sticking with coils right now. It makes it easier to stick with one. Add on, so I have the base round. I will need a few more coils, I can see that already. Scoring inside on the side here, scoring the side, connecting these, and make another one. Score at the areas where they connect. So I will need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 more coils, and I will make them extra. All right, I prepared some extra coils in the meantime, and now I'm going to connect them again. Remember scoring when you add them in here. Test it out how many you really still need, how many you want there. It does not have to be perfectly scored in this case, because we will connect all those coils with each other after we're done preparing this here. Push them in. The other side. I made bigger small ones, smaller ones. Kids could theoretically make triangles or add a lot of balls with to each other. It totally depends what they feel like it, but let them have just fun with it. They don't have to be perfect. I'm pressing it in. All right. So I have, for example, here is a little hole where there's not really enough space for another round, where I can make a little teeny tiny spiral. Snail. Add it in there. Fill it up. Connect it, score it, push it in there. So, kids can either be happy with that. I prepared one more coil because I thought I wanted to have a nice end of my bowl. So I'm just going to score the whole top part of all those coils, all those spirals, all around. Score it again, score the whole top, score a longer coil all the way around. Oh, that might have been too short, but we can add on. And then connect it to the top. All right, so far so good. This is the pot so far, but because we did not score each single one of those coils, will have to connect them. Kids, just take the bowl into their hands and then smooth out the inside of those coils. Smooth them out, connect them to each other all over the place. If they want, you will lose the coil formation in this case, but it will be connected, and as soon as you take out your project out of this bowl, the other side will still show the coils. So I'm connecting it nicely. Sometimes if needed, you can add a little bit more clay if there are big holes in between. But right now I'm just smoothing it out. I didn't use any more water except for the time when I was scoring. Because if you add too much water, it will get really muddy here at this time. So just smooth it out. You have to press quite hard for that. Smooth out the whole inside of the bowl. If they don't connect all the areas, there will be a hole, but that would be okay too. They should at least connect most of those coils with each other. So I have it nicely smoothed out, most of the areas at least. I'll close my holes here. Maybe add a little bit more clay here. Just smooth it out. Ready with the coil pot. bowl. I will try right now. Normally you just leave the pot in the bowl, hope that they added the name in the beginning. Otherwise, have them write, if it's not clear, if they don't remember if they did it, have them write their name here, just in the middle, on the bottom. That is totally fine. So we have a name in there, so we know whose bowl it is. Leave it like as is, bring it into the kiln room, put it on a shelf, add the name of the teacher and the date when you did your project, and send either Amy Pitt or myself, Ulrike Staerk, an email or a message that you finished this project. Right now, just to be able to show you how the outside looks, I will try to get this bowl out of here. But I cannot promise, because I pressed quite hard, if I can even get it out. We will let the whole thing, okay, I will break it if I pull it out. We will let it dry in this bowl, and then it's easy to take out. And we'll put it in the kiln to fire. You will still see the coil structure on the outside. The inside is smooth. It's going to be more or less smooth. So this is the project, and then later for glazing, you all know how to glaze. Okay, clean up as always. Tools in a bucket first, hands in a bucket first, and just collect the leftover clay in the bucket with the lid in that case. And have fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, as always. Just have fun. Let them be creative. Thank you very much. Thanks for looking.